results may help to explain why some affected people they continue to complain of symptoms long after an infection.
And as per the Academy of Medical Sciences, generally the way the body defends against a virus is to recognize and neutralize it. However, recent research in Forbes has explained that corona actually suppresses the immune system by disrupting the actions of the body's immune cells. This immunosuppression allows for the 2-week incubation period, which gives corona enough time to attack the body. So, as Devi has revealed, that the coronavirus actually affects the immune system and affects your immune response. So, allowing for you to be susceptible to other diseases and for a more severe infection of corona.
And you can see the graph below shows a typical timeline of the COVID-19 which is progressing and people suffering from COVID. So the incubation period where first week of onset which says a prodromal period, and then in the second week where they can see symptoms of dyspnea, the acute ARD and ICU admission and leading to convalescence in the next 72 hours. So how the COVID-19 is typically progressing over just 3 days is what we can see in this graph.
So as can be seen in this comparison of coronavirus to other severe pandemics, including HIV, the plague, and the Hong Kong flu, you can see that corona has taken the lives of more than 4 million people as of recent records. This in comparison with HIV, which has been around since 1981, almost 40 years now. 40 years actually now. It has taken the lives of 35 million people, but corona has only been around for the last 2 years and it's already catching up well within the range of what HIV has taken over the past 40 years.
Yes. So, Anne, we can see more articles which says, further studies done by the University of Oxford found that cells are profoundly impaired after recovering from COVID. The British Society for Immunology has also claimed that the effects of COVID are far beyond respiratory health. It also affects our cardiovascular and renal systems.
And recent research shows that exposure to the disease COVID-19 causes symptoms in multiple organ systems across the body and is not limited to only the lungs and respiratory systems as was originally thought. In addition, patients are reporting chronic symptoms such as fatigue and shortness of breath that last for months after the original infection. So, as explained earlier, long COVID or the symptoms that people experience after the initial onset of disease can affect the lungs, cardiovascular system, circulatory system, and causes fatigue and inflammation. So it also affects the immune system, as explained earlier.
Yes, so here we can see an example of how the lungs can be affected in someone who has suffered with COVID-19. So scarred lungs on the right side, there are much larger areas of darkness representing parts of the lungs that are having difficulty transporting oxygen into the bloodstream.
And even after contracting corona, your immune system remains weakened and you are more susceptible to illness. So this is what Devi revealed. And research also agrees with this. According to the CDC, symptoms can last weeks or months after first being infected with the virus. And this can have effects on multiple organs, not just limited to the heart and lungs, but the kidney, skin, brain function, and immune system.
Yes, so again, remembering the 3 main revelations by PARASHAKTI, where she says corona has made the immunity strength weak in human bodies. And the second point where she says on all the other diseases which are waiting to attack human bodies. So the next, we'll be seeing how so many other diseases are actually waiting and also have started attacking the human bodies.
So, as many people have heard, the black fungus, white fungus, and other fungal diseases have been sweeping through India and affecting those who have recovered from COVID-19. So many patients who have recovered from even a severe COVID-19 infection have been affected by black fungus, which is nearly fatal with more than a 50% fatality rate. And after surviving such a severe infection, many lives have been taken from this black fungus, white fungus, and other fungal diseases. And as per the recent reports, there have been over 9,000 cases of this rare infection. And out of the 5,424 cases, 4,550 patients have a history of COVID-19 infection.
You can see the black fungus, the white fungus, and various other infections swept and affecting the COVID-19 patients throughout India and even affecting the people who have already recovered. And the third statement where Parashakti has revealed that it is becoming more and more stronger in multiple forms.
So already it's well known that other variants of corona have also recently been discovered over the past year. We have seen different variants coming out of UK, Brazil, South Africa, and India. And most recently, the Delta variant coming out of India has been the cause for the second wave of corona and has been devastating the country. And this is, as per Devi's revelations, this will continue to happen and continue to affect India.
Yes, so the other variants of the corona have also been recorded in the countries like the UK, the South Africa, Brazil, India. So the viruses, they generally mutate, but in the case of COVID, we have seen them become more dominant, and the table literally shows us the variants that have swept the world in various countries.
And the dangers of these variants was further highlighted when the World Health Organization categorized the Delta variant as the most highly transmissible variant of COVID. And this is the variant, again, coming out of India, which has been sweeping the nation and has been devastating the country with its severity. And this is, again, the reason for the second wave.
Yes, you can see the infographic shows the four variants which are currently circulating, and also how these have been affected by affecting the particular countries, like the alpha virus affecting more than 173 countries, the beta variant affecting 122 countries, the gamma variant affecting around 74 countries, and delta variant affecting around 104 countries.
And there have been more than 4,500 sequences of variants that have been detected in about 60 countries. And the study suggests that it is around 60% more transmissible than the alpha variant. So this is the delta variant, and is more contagious than the original strain that emerged from China. So the secondary attack rates have been known to be between 51 to 67% higher than what is seen in the alpha variants.
Yes. Now, on the 14th of April, let us listen what Parashakti has revealed to the world.
ஷர்மிளா, கொரோனா ஒழிந்தது. கொரோனாவை வைத்து அரசியலும் அழிவாட்டமும் செய்ய நினைக்கும் மனிதர்களின் சதிராட்டம் முடிய இன்னும் 4 ஆண்டுகளாகும். என் பக்தர்களையும் சீடர்களையும் கைலாய வாசிகளையும் நானே காத்துக் கொள்கின்றேன், நானே காக்கின்றேன். என் பக்தர்களுக்கு ஒரு துயரும் ஒரு துக்கமும் வாராது. ஆனால் உலகின் இந்த கொரோனாவின் சதியாட்டம் முடிய 4 ஆண்டுகள் ஆகும். 2025 தான் அடங்கும். இது சதியாட்டம், மனிதர்களின் சதியாட்டம்.
And the translation for Devi's revelation goes as, Corona is destroyed, but it will take 4 years for the political conspiracies done by humans to end. I will protect my devotees, disciples, and Kailasavasis. No suffering will come for my devotees, but it will take 4 years for the conspiracy to end. It will come to an end only in 2025. It is a conspiracy, a human conspiracy.
Yes. So with the article below highlights the prevalence of the COVID-19 in India. So as per Devi's revelation, we can see from the below article that there is yet more of COVID to come for India. So the article continued to say that if a new variant was discovered, it would spread faster during this third wave. So a possible third wave of COVID-19 may hit its peak in October to November this year. So that is what this article is conveying.
So with so many variants and diseases coming out of this pandemic, there seems to be a very little chance that coronavirus will be ending anytime soon, that the pandemic will be ending anytime soon, with more and more waves being predicted of corona coming up. So what is the best way we can protect ourselves? What is the best way to quarantine and to protect ourselves during this pandemic? Does anybody have a solution? So Kailasa is the only place that has provided a solution. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the only being who has opened up his own home and allowed all of India into his home. Anyone who wants to come and quarantine in the multi-layer quarantine centers throughout India. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has welcomed anyone who wants to protect themselves, and only multi-layer quarantine can protect you in this time of the pandemic. So take the time right now, if you're living in India, to sign up and protect yourself from this pandemic at kailasa.org/kailasacare and protect yourself. The only priority for this year is to stay alive. And we will be right back for the next segment after a short break.
Yes. So we'll be continuing with more and more Devi Parashakti's revelations. On the 8th of June, Parashakti.
So Devi Parashakti revealed on the 8th of June that this Bhumandala and the Jati ecosystem, the caste ecosystem, Hindu, Jnana, Sannyasa.
Sorry, ma'am.
No problem.
Yes, we can go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah. So on the 5th of June, 2021, Devi revealed that not only people are dying in crores, financial and mental retardedness, you will also see minds getting collapsed. Freedom from all of this suffering is the life of living enlightenment. First, prevent yourself from this deadly corona. Oh, people, do the job of saving yourself, saving your life as the first priority.
Yes. So you can see revelations about the mental health issue. And a media article is exactly confirming the same. So according to a new study, the neurological symptoms like depression and anxiety are also shown to be common in those who have contracted COVID-19, even more in mild cases.
And further revelations about the mental health issues that people are facing currently reveals that the impact of COVID-19 on the mental health of U.S. college students has been severely affected during this pandemic, and the many more students are seeing higher rates of mental health issues.
One more research article which says impact of the COVID-19 on the mental health of U.S. college students. So the results indicate that students closer to graduation faced increases in anxiety, feeling of loneliness, and depression.
And the rates in depression among, again, this research shows that the rates among depression among college students has been skyrocketing. The research out of Dartmouth College has tracked moods and behaviors of about 200 college students, and it shows that the stress levels are at their highest currently.
And the research where the onset of coronavirus pandemic, the rates of depression and anxiety have soared and have showed no signs of coming down. This is one more research done by one of the professors and scientists. And now we will move on to watching the revelations of the secrets of the universe by Devi Parashakti.
Listen intensely. I will reveal the secret of the universe and its expansion. Life, consciousness in you does not end while your body drops dead. It moves from different universes, vertical time zones, lives in different time zones as per its free will, knowledge, desire, but ultimately to get enlightened, complete liberation, Paramashiva Padam, your soul has to come back to this karma bhumi, the Bhumandala. This Bhumandala and the Jati ecosystems, the caste ecosystems, Hindu, Jnana, Sannyasa, Yoga, Grihastha, multiple spiritual ecosystems are created for the souls to come back and rebirth and grow more and more towards enlightenment easily, quickly, in accelerated speed and space. Now, too many souls from the cosmos is landing into this Bhumandala to be part of Kailasa and to manifest Kailasa. That is the reason the rate of expansion of the universe has been accelerated. An intense ecosystem for great enlightened beings and incarnations to land is being manifested by me through my Nijavatara Nityananda and this Kailasa. All the blessed fortunate beings will be attracted to Kailasa and experience liberation. Kailasa is the space where Sanatana Hindu Dharma, cosmic science is nationalism. This cosmic law is the country law. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is nationalism. These cosmic truths will be the truths of the country, society, ecosystem, society, country, judiciary, ecosystem, all this of Kailasa will be aligned to the cosmic law, the cosmic energy, universal existential truths. Because Kailasa, cosmic ecosystem is manifesting, expansion of the universe has been accelerated. Universe is celebrating the happening of my Nijavatara Nityananda and this Kailasa.
And Devi, to reiterate what Devi revealed on the 8th of June 2021, listen intensely. I will reveal the secret of the universe and its expansion. Life, consciousness in you does not end while your body drops dead. It moves from different universes, vertical time zones, lives in different time zones as per its free will, knowledge, and desire, but ultimately to get enlightened, complete liberation, Paramashiva Padam, your soul has to come back to this Karma Bhumi, this Bhumandala. This Bhumandala and the Jati ecosystem, the caste ecosystem, the Hindu, Jnana, Sannyasa, Yoga, Grahastha, multiple spiritual ecosystems are created for the souls to come back and rebirth and grow more and more towards enlightenment, quickly, easily, in accelerated speed and space. Now, too many souls from the cosmos landing into this Bhumandala to be part of Kailasa and to manifest Kailasa. That is the reason the rate of expansion of the universe has been accelerated. An intense ecosystem for great enlightened beings and incarnations to land is being manifested by me through my Nijavatara Nityananda and this Kailasa. All the blessed, fortunate beings will be attracted to Kailasa and experience liberation. Kailasa is the space where Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the cosmic science, is nationalism. This cosmic law is the country law. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is the nationalism. This cosmic truths will be truths of the country, society, ecosystem, society, country, judiciary system. All these of Kailasa will be aligned to the cosmic law, the cosmic energy, universal existential truth. Because Kailasa cosmic ecosystem is manifesting, expansion of the universe has been accelerated. Universe is celebrating the happening of my Nijavatara Nityananda and this Kailasa. So now we will watch how the universe is not just expanding, but the expansion has actually been accelerated.
You are looking at the most detailed three-dimensional map of the universe known to humankind, and it's called the Sloan Digital Sky Survey. Scientists from around the world have just completed a 20-year-long survey of the night sky, measuring the positions and distances of more than 4 million galaxies and quasars. This detailed map will help scientists shed light on the remaining mysteries of the universe. Let's go on a journey from the local stars to the largest scales of our universe. Beyond the local stars that draw familiar constellations in the night sky in the neighborhood of the Earth, in addition to our own Milky Way, billions of galaxies are spread throughout the observable universe. Moving faster than light, we will take you through space in a journey from our place in the Milky Way all the way out to the large-scale structures of the visible universe, and we'll tell you about how we're mapping it out. Since 1998, the scientific community has realized that the universe is not only expanding, but its expansion is accelerating. This unexpected acceleration constitutes one of the major conundrums in physics. From a theoretical perspective, the acceleration may be accounted for by either assuming that there exists some mysterious dark energy, or by modifying Einstein's theory of gravity, called general relativity. In the same year, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey was launched to tackle this enigma of the accelerating expansion of the universe. The Sloan Digital Sky Survey is a vast collection of the angular positions of galaxies observed in the sky, as well as their distances from us, determined by observing the systematic shift of galactic light induced by the expansion of the universe, the so-called redshift. In this new map of our universe, the large dark patches are mostly regions obscured by the Milky Way that cannot be observed. During the last 20 years, through 4 exploratory phases, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey has created the most detailed 3-dimensional maps of the universe. To achieve this, it focused on different classes of galaxies: nearby galaxies, red galaxies, more distant star-forming galaxies, and superluminous distant active galaxies called quasars. The fourth and latest Sloan survey took place from 2014 till 2020. During this time, the new project called the Extended Brain Oscillation Spectroscopic Survey, or EBOS for short, continued previous Sloan mapping of the extragalactic sky and just recently finished measuring distances for 1 million galaxies and quasars. These successive surveys allow scientists to trace the large-scale structures of the universe up to a fraction of its horizon, represented by the cosmic microwave background emission, seen here as a colorful pattern projected onto a sphere. The cosmic microwave background is the thermal relic of the universe, which dates back to about 400,000 years after the birth of the universe, also known as the Big Bang. Adding the EBOS data to the previous Sloan exploratory phases 1, 2, and 3, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey now has a database of 4 million galaxies and quasars, assembling the largest and most complete 3D map of the universe to date. This unprecedented achievement provides scientists with new tools for shedding light on dark energy and also for constraining the theory of general relativity, leading to a better understanding of the fundamental laws that rule our universe.
So, as per National Geographic, the universe does seem to be expanding faster than what was expected. There is new evidence that deepens a mystery around the Hubble constant and one of the most important numbers in cosmology. Fresh evidence suggests that the universe is expanding faster today than it did in its infancy, a difference that has set off a search to understand what cosmic forces could be at play. If confirmed, the changing rate, which is 9% faster than it had been projected, would force us to reconsider a fundamental aspect of the cosmos. So, as per these revelations, the universe is not just expanding, but expanding at an accelerated rate.
Yes, so these are the independent results that have now demonstrated time and time again that the universe is accelerating in its expansion. So even if we took type 1a supernova out of the picture, we will still have sufficient evidence, including the fluctuations in the cosmic microwave background, among others. So we will now watch what Parashakti has revealed. The universe is not just expanding, but is accelerating.
Listen, the key information, the key line I wanted to bring all your attention to this video is: universe is not just expanding, its expansion is accelerated. Please understand. Last few years, I am screaming on top of my voice that superconscious breakthrough is happening. Please understand. It is not only just the physics level. The universe expansion is accelerated. It's a dark energy, the dark matter, in that level, the unmanifest, manifest level itself, the expansion is accelerated intensely. Please understand. The expansion is accelerated intensely in the dark energy, in the dark matter, unmanifest, avyakta swarupa of Paramashiva. See, Paramashiva's manifest form only is this world which we are all enjoying, experiencing. There is an unmanifest form of Paramashiva, dark matter, what we call dark energy, dark matter. The triggering of expansion, not just expansion, acceleration of expansion is happening from that dark energy, dark matter. Because scientists are using the word dark energy, dark matter, I am using the same word. But if you ask me to give a right word, I will say Swatta Sutta Swayam Prakasa Jyoti. I will call it a superconscious energy, superconscious matter. See, because the human eyes can't cognize, human beings are calling it as a dark matter. But because human eyes can't cognize, but third eye can cognize, I am calling it as a Swayam Prakasa Jyoti. Jyoti, light, superconsciousness, is the word rishis, enlightened beings, will use. But unfortunately, scientists have their own limitation. With the two eyes, when you see something which is not seen, you call it as dark. With three eyes, when you see something and you know it cannot be seen by the two eyes, you call that as Jyoti. Sutta Swayam Prakasa Jyoti. Jyoti Mandala. What we show as Jyoti of Arunachala, what exists as unmanifest of Paramashiva, is one and the same. Please listen. This acceleration of expansion is from the unmanifest, avyakta, sarira of Paramashiva, the unmanifest space of Paramashiva. From that, the acceleration of expansion is happening. Now, the superconscious breakthrough is imminent. It has to happen. It is happening. I have been sent to planet Earth to facilitate this only.
Yes, so with that, we come to the conclusion of this segment of this program, and we'll be moving on to the next segment of this program after a short break.
Get you health, we get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. should become e-Kailash.
Yes, let's now begin the offerings to Devi Parashakti and understand. Now, many of you have already asked your question. You've received the divine grace in your life of Devi Parashakti, and you've received the blessings from Devi Parashakti. Now, I'm sure so many of you, without even doing anything on your part, have received the wealth, health, blessings for long life, and the blessings for the long relationships, and just receive the grace and blessings of Devi Parashakti in your life. Now, if you're wondering, oh, what can I do? I feel like I want to offer my gratitude to Devi Parashakti for everything that she has given in my life until now and the guidance and protection that she is giving. Then make sure that you are listening and you imbibe some of these extremely unique and special offerings. In this segment, we'll be going over some of the different rituals that you can participate in and you can offer and have the deeper experience of oneness with Paramashiva and Devi Parashakti. So what are offerings? The significance of offerings. Offerings is a giving of a divine gift of pure love and devotion and oneness, and it consists of two parts, giving and accepting. Only when the divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete. Offering is not made out of fear or out of greed. When an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of the grand Leela played out for the only purpose of enlightenment. The next slide, please. So today we'll be understanding a few of the offerings that you can make and understand their significance. Yes. So now I'll be chanting the Shastra Pramana or the Dhyana Shloka for Manonmani. This is from the Moola Agama, the Manonmani Dhyanam. Yes. Induni Vabeda Karavahinini Yanam Syat Pankaja Varabaya Japakshara Yuktam Angahimabhushana Vichitravasanam Syat Tungamukutojvala Manonmani Swarupam. And now I'll be chanting the English translation. Moonlight face holding the Veda, the books in hand, fire in eyes, with a lotus flower gracing and blessing hands, and one hand holding the Japamala, beautifully decorated with jewels and ornaments, wonderful clothes, and a shining bright crown. Her name is Manonmani. And we'll be chanting the next Dhyana Shlokam for Manonmani. Dhyaye Devim Trinetram Shashini Bhavadanam Vedahastam Dadanam Savye Padmam Varadam Apare Chabhayam Chakshamalam Divyera Varanarner Vibhushita Tanum Brahmadi Vipujitam Devi Meva Manonmanim Pratidinam Kamatra Datrim Sham. I bring beautiful ornaments. Now that we have invoked deep significance as you can see, gold has such a deep significance in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Not only that, it was recognized, seen, and tested for its divine qualities and its capacity to hold the super conscious energy, the enlightenment energy, and then it was then applied in all parts of the Hindu civilization. And here it is described how gold is present in all the scriptures, the Agamas, the Vedas, the Shrutis, Smritis, Itihasas, and the Puranas. And in all the Hindu scriptures, it is abundantly displayed that gold is the most auspicious and purest metal which purifies our being. In the Hindu civilization, everything was built in gold because they knew the science and they applied it in real life. Everything was exchanged in gold. Even the ritual fees were offered in gold bricks. When one was to be saved from life-threatening illnesses, gold was offered as a ritual fee. And gold was in abundance and used for weighing equivalent amounts of commodities, including cows. Kingdoms were built with huge doors of gold, and the streets would have huge columns and huge archways made of gold. It was literally like a heaven on earth. And even the horses, cows, and all the other animals lived in coexistence, and they were all dressed and decorated in gold. The Hindu civilization actually thrived on the banks of gold. The Indus River was called Hiranyamaya, means river of gold in Rig Veda, and the river Saraswati was called Hiranyavartani, meaning river of gold in the Atharva Veda. The gold is a supreme element for offering gifts to the ones you love and revere. And temples are constructed and paved in gold, deities are made in gold and decked and adorned in gold. And because it preserves the enlightenment energy for thousands of years, it lasts forever. So first we have the E-Hundi offering. The E-Hundi offering is a very special offering that has been made available. Now, most of us Hindus always know that the divine experience that comes with going to the temple, a part of that beautiful sacred experience for each and every one of us is offering a few coins or a few, just your petty cash or any amount that you want into the hundi. Now, what the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, what the Nityandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya has made available is this e-hundi offering. As now the entire sacred experience, the temple experience is brought to you digitally through your screen. You can make the hundi offering also, and you can make this either through the forms and the payment, credit card or PayPal payment forms, or you can do this through the YouTube super chat. It's a very easy way, and you can make this whole experience. Normally, when we go to the temple, we offer just a little bit in the hundi. So we can offer just any amount that we want into the hundi, and that is just your general donation, any donation that you'd like to make. So we'll now just understand the significance of the e-hundi offering. We'll go back to the last slide, please. Yeah, and I'll chant the pramana for the e-hundi offering. It's such a beautiful pramana from the Lalita Sahasranama. Bhakti Priya Bhakti Gamya Bhakti Vashya Bhayapaha Shambhavi Sharadaradhya Sharvani Sharmadayini. This means Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through true devotion, and she removes all fears. Now, if there is fear in the minds of the devotees, this Devi Parashakti is sure to remove all of that fear. And it is stated that Devi likes to be worshipped in autumn. But don't be confused, it's not the season autumn, but in the time of our lives, which many of us are going through right now, when our thoughts are turning more and more inside, we're understanding and questioning the existence of ourselves, the purpose of our lives, and how we can navigate our lives in these extremely dark times. In that time, the need for Devi worship becomes stronger. So you can offer this e-hundi offering, and It's a very simple way to offer your gratitude and request Devi Parashakti to remove all the fears from your mind. Yes, we can go to the next slide. The next offering is the Sankalpa chanting. Now, if you have a conscious resolution that you'd like to make, a conscious declaration that you want to make, this is the offering that you can make so that you receive the blessings and Devi for the fruition of all of your desires and for the fruition of your conscious resolution. So the Shastra Pramana here is from the Devi Mahatmyam, chapter 12, verse 34. And I'll be chanting just the English translation. The goddess enchants this universe, and she herself gives birth to this universe. The goddess, being prayed without interest in anything, gives that knowledge that leads to salvation and gives wealth in the materialistic sense. So this is the offering of the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution. The next slide, please. Yes, and in the next slide, we have the Sahasranama Swarna Kasu. This is a very special and unique offering. In the Lalita Sahasranama, once again, the Devi Parashakti is described as Nama Parayana Prita, meaning the she who likes the repetition of her various names. So this is the offering of the 1008 names of Devi Parashakti, and it's extremely special and unique Archana offered to the Mahameru of Devi Parashakti. You can offer a gold coin inscribed with each of these 1008 names and receive the blessings to have the Ananta Kalyana Gunas, all the divine qualities of Devi Parashakti. And if you'd like to go ahead and not wait and register yourself for these offerings, you can go to tiny.cc/Devi offerings. You don't need to wait. If you have a couple of questions, if you'd like some guidance on how to do the payments or how to pay through super chat or do the e-hundi offering, if you'd like some more guidance, wait and stay tuned. At the end of this segment, we'll go have a walkthrough for all the steps in this process. So the next offering is the Mukta Anguti, a very special offering of the finger ring with a pearl. Now, this offering is referenced in the Meenakshi Pancharatnam, and in this divine sacred chant, Meenakshi is the reincarnation of Devi Parashakti, whom we are offering our worship, and is described to have the finger ring with a pearl. And now I'll just be chanting that verse. Muktaharanala Kiritaruchiram Purnendu Vakta Prabham Shinjannu Purakinkini Manidaram Padma Prabhavasuram Sarvabhita Palapradam Girisutam Vani Rama Sevitam Meenakshi Pranatosmitam Santanatadaham Karunyavaranidhim. I bow down to the goddess Meenakshi, whose crown has garlands of pearls and face shining like the full moon, who wears anklets that are studded with gemstones and small bells, who is shining like the splendor of a lotus, who grants all the wishes, the daughter of the mountain, who is worshipped by Vani and Rama. I remain ever bowing to the goddess Meenakshi, the ocean of compassion. So for Meenakshi, the pearl is known as a very favorite ornament for her. So we offer the pearl as in reverence to Devi Meenakshi. So this offering is a beautiful offering which you can do in order to achieve complete completion and success in all of your business endeavors. We can go on to the next slide. Yes. So offer the pearl finger and receive the blessings to be showered by Devi Parashakti's compassion and pure love in all of your business endeavors. Yes. The next offering is the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the golden lotus. And in the Kamik Agama, it says that all the kalashas should be wound around with suitable thread and covered with the new cloth, and they should be adorned with the lotus flower made of gold. The next slide, please. So there are hundreds of scriptural references for using lotus in the worship of Paramashiva. And almost everything in worship of the ultimate involves the consecration of deities, of worship, or meditating on, or the mudras and asanas during worship, which involves the flower, the lotus pericarp, and the stems and the flower. So you can offer the lotus, the golden lotus, because it is a sacred item, sacred and divine flower. Even the Shakti of Paramashiva is called lotus, and there's so many other ways that lotus appears in the different scriptures. So you can offer this lotus in any size you wish and be blessed to have the state, space, and powers and being of Devi in your inner space amidst every adverse situation in your life. The next offering is the Swarnamati. So I'll just be chanting the Pramana. Nakadiditi samchana namajjana tamo guna padadvaya prabhajala parakrita taroruha. You whose brightness from toenails destroy the darkness of ignorance from the minds of devotees who prostrate at your feet. You whose brightness from your 2 feet overpowers that of the lotus flower. Yes, you can offer the toe ring to Devi Parashakti, adorning her sacred feet to be in constant gratitude for receiving her blessings even in the most difficult aspects of your life. And the next offering is the Swarna Mangtika, the gold hairline jewelry. Devi Parashakti is also described as the Shuddha Sarabi Varsha, which means she who makes nectar flow in all of our nerves from the Sahasrara Chakra, she who gives the very pleasant experience of the ultimate. The Mangtika represents the nectar flowing from the Sahasrara Chakra, which is fully open. So you can offer this Mangtika as an offering of gratitude and get then and achieve the blissful state of overflowing gratitude and space of complete completion. Once again, if you'd like to make any of these offerings and go ahead to the next step, you can go to tiny.cc/Devi offerings, Devi-offerings. Yes. Now, the next offering is the most coveted Pratyaksha Pada Puja, which is especially auspicious to offer at this time during the Guru Purnima, Brahmotsavam and during Guru Purnima, which is just coming up around the corner for us. So I'll just chant the Pramana once again. Nakadidita samchana namajjana tamo guna padadvaya prabhajala parakrita saroruha. The illuminating splendor of Devi's toenails dispel the darkness of ignorance in the devotees. Prostrating at her feet defeat the lotus and beauty. So this shlokam number 83 of the Saundarya Lahari states that the nails that have been sharpened by constantly being touched by the crowns of celestial beings who always prostrate before Devi. And tamoguna is considered as darkness, and in this stotram, tamas is indicative of ignorance in the minds of devotees by constantly prostrating before Devi, their ignorance is removed and they attain ultimate knowledge. So you can offer the Pratyaksha Pada Puja and receive the blessings, all the auspiciousness and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And I encourage each and every one of you to do this offering. Make this offering on the most sacred day, Guru Purnima Day, on July 23rd, this month, which is just coming right up around the corner. So make sure you're starting to plan for how you can make this offering on Guru Purnima Day. Now, the last seva that we have, a very special seva, is the offering of the Vastra Seva, the sacred clothes for adorning Paramashiva and Parashakti and Swamiji And the Yajaman will receive all the blessings and auspiciousness once again of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in offering the Vastra Seva to his divine lotus feet. Yes, now we have a list here of all the offerings that you can do. The Ihundi offering, Sankalpa chanting, Devi Sahasranama Kasu, the Mukta Anguti, the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the Swarna Metti, the Swarna Mangtika, the Pratyakshavada Puja, and the Vastra Seva. All these are available for you to make. And now, in the registration form, there are two options which you can proceed with. One is if you are ready to offer today, or if you would like to make your intention for offering and start manifesting the offering in your life. Then this registration form, if you're interested in offering or you need help in manifesting these offerings or you want more details, you can go ahead and fill out the intention form at tiny.cc/bhavasamadhi. And you can make sure that you start manifesting these extremely auspicious offerings in your life. Surely they will transform and change your life in the way that you want. And if you are ready to make the online payment, you can go to tiny.cc/Devi offerings and make the offerings, or register yourself and make the payment. After the payment, ensure that you are going to tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2021, and you can fill out all the details for the puja so that you are bestowed with all the blessings of Devi Parashakti. So now we'll be going through a brief walkthrough of how to make the payment. Yes. So before that, we will go on to the next segment of today's program. The Adi Kailasa Sarvagnapeetam administrators, Manitya Achalananda Swami and Manitya Pranapriyananda, will be joining us to give us the latest updates and also to describe to us, share with us the status and the ongoing updates from the Adi Kailasa Sarvagnapeetam, the Kailasa's COVID Care Center in India, in centers around India and in Adi Kailash. So let us now proceed with the next segment in today's program. Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back with you.
Whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. Have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. E-Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity. Withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness, we can support you, aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment science. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home, without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost. What I mean by the word E-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is E-Kailasa. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model community. Kailasas, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Peethas all over the world. All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. It's a fundamental truth. Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem.
don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystems. I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together.
Get you help, we get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become Ekailashians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. Have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. E-Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity. Withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness, we can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment science. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because
Nityanandam, welcome back to all the viewers who are joining with us from across the world during this Devi Parashakti Akashic reading program. And I welcome each and every one of you who is joining us from all of the different temples, the Devalayas, Annalayas, and everywhere across the world, every one of you who are joining. We are entering now into the next segment of today's program, where we'll be understanding the updates from Adi Kailasa Sarvajna Peetham. Today, Adi Kailasa Sarvajna Peetham is one of the Kailasa COVID care centers, where the multi-layer quarantine is being offered in this campus for anyone who feels that they need to protect their lives and they are not getting it anywhere else. In India, more than literally the number of cases have started skyrocketing and we have seen no end in sight. Literally, so many authorities, even the health institutions, everyone is being burned out of hope and burned out because they are exhausted with the amount of cases that are happening and the amount of deaths that are happening. And there are also some extremely serious underreporting which is ongoing across entire media, and the world is even not being told the straight truth of what is happening. It is a terrifying reality, and in this extremely hellish situation, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, with his guidance and blessings, Adi Kailasa Sarvajna Peetham, as well as 13 other Adinams across India, have opened up the multi-layer quarantine center in order to relieve people, protect people, human beings, from this extremely deadly virus and pandemic situation. Now, let us understand from the Department of Human Services, Kailasa's Department of Human Services, how the Kailasa COVID care centers and the whole work is ongoing at the moment. So first of all, let us understand the world today. The Human Rights Watch reported that more than 1.5 billion students are out of school already. And more than 91% of the world's students are out of school due to school closures in at least 188 countries.
So if we see 36.5% of the US college students, they are pointed to stress as the biggest reason why their academic performance suffered negatively for the past 12 months. And in addition, 29.5% listed anxiety as a factor. For American middle schoolers, 61% of teens admitted feeling a lot of pressure to get good grades.
And we can see also approximately 1.277 billion learners are currently affected due to school closures in response to the pandemic. According to UNICEF, monitoring 46 countries are currently implementing nationwide closures and 27 are implementing local closures, impacting about 72.9% of the world's student population.
Yes, so in a survey by the mental health charity Young Minds, which included 2,111 participants up to the age of 25 years, with a mental illness history in the UK, 83% said the pandemic had made their conditions really worse, and 26% they were unable to access mental health support, peer support groups, and face-to-face services have been cancelled. And support by phone or online can be challenging for some young people.
And the COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted or halted critical mental health services in 93% of countries worldwide, while the demand for mental health is increasing, according to a new World Health Organization survey.
So recently, a study also found that 18% of the individuals, including people with and without a past psychiatric diagnosis, who received a COVID-19 diagnosis were later diagnosed with a mental health disorder such as anxiety or mood disorders.
Surveys also found that substance use and suicidal ideation are particularly pronounced for young adults, with 25% reporting that they started or increased substance use during the pandemic, compared to 13% of all adults, and 26% reporting serious thoughts of suicide, compared to 11% of all adults.
So every year, over 1.2 million students drop out of high school in the US alone, and that's a student every 26 seconds, or 7,000 students a day. So about 25% of high school freshmen fail to graduate from high school on time.
Now let's see some of the contributions from Kailasa's Department of Education, specifically in Adi Kailasa Sarvagnipeetham, as well as all over the world. Now you can see, of course, the COVID Care Protection Center is now open, and you can register now through the link below at kailasa.org/kailasacare.
Yes, so let us now know more about the Kailasa's contribution in the field of education.
Yes, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam, has declared that Gurukul is a place where celebration begins with the right words in blossoming minds, creating a gateway of possibilities, creating an enlightened civilization with yogic body and Vedic mind.
Yes, so the Nityananda Gurukul is a school established by... Yes, so here students live their highest potential and manifest various spiritual powers. The Gurukul functions according to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's vision that education is for life, but life itself is not for education. The Gurukul brings to the world the right kind of education that empowers you.
And the current system of education established by Macaulay and Max Muller in India, who are two of the most cruel British government leaders during the time of the British rule over India, is a non-involving narrative style of teaching. And so their entire current education system is based off of what they established at least 50 to 60 years back. The original Indian education system, the original Hindu education system, was not about continuously giving words, ideas, concepts, theories, or theologies. The original Hindu system of education was about awakening you to the right context, enlightenment. And the Hindu education system, the Gurukul, is more than a transmission of knowledge. Rather than mere transfer of knowledge.
Yes. So it is not based on generalization, where the dilution happens due to generalization. So whether others educate you or you educate yourself, if you plan everything based on the best of you, it is specialization. So the Gurukul ambience is for specialization and not for generalization.
Education means putting a set of ideas into your head and forcing you to conform to it, pressurizing you to memorize it and forcibly making you vomit it. In Gurukul, there is no education as such, like this. There is only initiation. Initiation means empowering you with powers and letting you play with it, letting you manifest, specialize, letting you manifest your specialization, and letting you grow and glow.
Yes, so the purpose of education is manifesting good, beautiful, and best contributing citizen of the planet Earth and for humanity. So in Vedic tradition, examinations are not done by question and answer method, and that is Macaulay's method, which is clerk making, whereas in Vedic tradition, all the examinations are conducted by the thought current you carry. The person will be made to speak in the presence of pundits who have mastered that thought current. So they will see whether he can spontaneously express that thought current. If the student is able to express the thought current cohesively, then he has mastered it.
Now, what is real education? The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has explained to us.
Yes, if we are teaching the science of completion to our kids, we should be able to guarantee you can't get even one lie out of our Gurukul kids. That is what is education. Education is making you master a thought current, which becomes their lifestyle, which becomes the cognition style, which becomes their very being. So for hours, you cannot speak on a subject unless it has become your thought current, the way you cognize. So change of thought current, transformation of thought current is the success of education. Each Upanishad adds a thought current to you. So transformation of thought current is success.
The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continues that our Gurukuls are not teacher-centric. Our Gurukuls are education-centric. Please understand, our Gurukuls are not teacher-centric and they're education-centric. Students can develop, invent something which Guru doesn't know. The students have that freedom. And please understand, only the basic formulas are taught and basic tools to awaken knowledge is taught. Then the students are left free to explore on their own. Gurukuls are not with a set of rules or frame. They are only supported people to explore the highest possible creativity.
Yes. So Gurukuls are not like dams. So it is an embankment. So embankment is different and dam is different. So with a dam, you are dammed. So it is embankment and not dam. So that is why many of the Advaita Guru's disciples were Vishishta Advaitas or Advaitis. Or many of the Vishishta Advaiti Guru disciples were Advaitis. Means what? Only the basic analysis scales were given to you, but you are left to feel, analyze. So you are given spoon, not spoon fed. You are not spoon fed, you are only given the spoon.
That freedom, the freedom itself shows, otherwise you will be shocked actually that in Ramanuja's Guru, Ramanuja is a very profound enlightened being from Sanatana Hindu Dharma, was even able to think in the language of Vashishta Advaita, shows the freedom available in Gurukul. So what the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is explaining here is about how even if your Guru has a certain thought trend or philosophy which they're specializing in, the Guru's disciple need not specialize in the same philosophy or the same lifestyle and philosophy. At the same way, there are many Advaiti students who studied at the feet of Dvaitis and Vishishta Advaitis. So these are different philosophies in the Vedic tradition, philosophies or great sacred sentiments that have been elaborated in the sacred scriptures. And it is not necessary that the Guru's disciple follow what the Guru is teaching and practicing as their own lifestyle. In Sanatana Hindu Dharma, it gives only the tools to explore, but it does not put you in any frames, any restrictions or dams. If you read the Shanti mantra of the Sahasranama Bhavatu, it is education-centric, not teacher-centric. And unfortunately, in the modern day, because teachers have not taken the responsibility to become education-centric, the entire education system today in the modern day is teacher-centric. We can go on to the next slide. Yes, so this whole verse, if you read, may we both together be protected. Here, the teacher is also praying along with the student. And actually, it is because we are education-centric, we are able to explore and reach the new heights of seeking. The heights of seeking where even the Ishta Devata concept has come. Guru encourages disciples to travel, discover, reinvent, invent their own paths, their own methodologies, and he continues to encourage the disciples to explore on their own.
Yes. So with the principles of completion, the four tattvas of integrity, authenticity, responsibility and enriching, as well as the truths of ahimsa or non-violence and abhayam sarvabhutebhyo, the Balasans of Nityananda Gurukul, have played with these powerful cognitions and thought currents and have physically demonstrated the power of these truths by providing security to the rose plants in the garden of the Gurukul, resulting in rose plants dropping their thorns. So let us now listen to Bhagavan on the Hindu Gurukul system, the future of education.
Now it is time, as per the astrology, no theory can rule any human society which is imposed on that society more than 60 years. Now 60 years is over for the non-involvement narrative education system. I am telling you, future is Gurukul system. The future of education is where the teachers and students live together in one place. If needed, let the parents also stay there. But because basically kids do what you do, they won't do what you say. Understand? They do what you do. They won't do what you say. Whatever you do, simply they will do. They will never do what you say. Most of the time, they don't care for what you say. The future of the Indian education system, I can say, the future of any intelligent education system will be Gurukul system. I am not talking out of pride or arrogance. I am talking seeing the future. I am telling you, I will be leading this revival in the education system through our Gurukul system. Through our Gurukul system. It is going to be the Gurukuls. In Indian education system, complete involvement is required from the side of the teacher and the student. Student need to study the teacher. Teacher need to study the student. Understand? After thoroughly studying the student, teacher identifies the right subject in which the student will be successful. Few things are basic for everyone, like science of completion and enlightenment. Other than the science of enlightenment, all other things, master selects the subject in which the student will be successful. And then student is trained specifically in those fields with the knowledge of enlightenment, with the science of enlightenment, with the truth of enlightenment as the context. Even if you learn the archery, enlightenment is the context. If you study administration, enlightenment is the context. If you learn about business, enlightenment is the context. If you learn plumbing, building houses, sculpting, enlightenment is the context. Indian education system is more of a transmission of the knowledge, not transfer of knowledge. It is not just information based. Now it is time, as per the astrology, no theory can rule any human society which is imposed on that society more than 60 years. Now 60 years is over for the non-involvement narrative education system. I am telling you, future is Gurukul system. The future of education is where the teachers and students live together in one place. If needed, let the parents also stay there. But because basically kids do what you do, they won't do what you say. Understand? They do what you do. They won't do what you say. Whatever you do, simply they will do. They will never do what you say. Most of the time, they don't care for what you say. The future of the Indian education system, I can say, the future of any intelligent education system will be Gurukul system. I am not talking out of pride or arrogance. I am talking seeing the future. I am telling you, I will be leading this revival in the education system through our Gurukul system. Through our Gurukul system. It is going to be the Gurukuls. In Indian education system, complete involvement is required from the side of the teacher and the student. Student need to study the teacher. Teacher need to study the student. Understand? After thoroughly studying the student, teacher identifies the right subject in which the student will be successful. Few things are basic for everyone, like science of completion and enlightenment. Other than the science of enlightenment, all other things, master selects the subject in which the student will be successful. And then student is trained specifically in those fields with the knowledge of enlightenment, with the science of enlightenment, with the truth of enlightenment, as the context. Even if you learn the archery, enlightenment is the context. If you study administration, enlightenment is the context. If you learn about business, enlightenment is the context. If you learn plumbing, building houses, sculpting, enlightenment is the context. Indian education system is more of a transmission of the knowledge, not transfer of knowledge. It is not just information based.
just understand, today the education is known to be the key factor in enabling upwards socio and economic mobility and strongest means from removing poverty. The right education is crucial to well-being, stability, and growth for not only every child, but for the humanity as a whole. The Gurukul system is known to be the knowledge transition system of Hinduism, and one of the pillars which kept Sanatana Hindu Dharma alive and standing as the world's most ancient living civilization. Through Kailasa's Department of Education, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism the Gurukul system is being revived in its entirety. Gurukul is living in the Guru's home, and the Gurukul system is rooted on the Guru Shishya Sampradaya, or the living lineage of Guru-disciple relationship. After decades of study on the physical, chemical, and biological uniqueness of meditative state and enlightened beings, it has been found that in the normal waking state alone, the brain waves show that there are complete meditative states despite being fully active and engaged. In the world's athletics, this state is known as being in the zone, a glimpse into the peak of focus and cognitive function, attention, coordination, to name a few. Rather than a glimpse, the enlightened beings are casually walking, talking, and engaging, settled in this peak. And recent studies have also found that we imbibe the body language, behaviors, and patterns of those in our environment, not just on the behavioral level, but just to the depth of the neurological layer. This is also known as the mirror neuron effect. In this way, there is no better teacher than the enlightened Guru, who, as per modern science, exists as the superconscious, biological, reproducible anomaly. However, through centuries of Mughal invasions, colonialism, and continued persecution against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and Hinduism also Hindu tradition, the science of knowledge transmission has been diminishing at an unprecedented rate. After careful study in the colonialism area, it was found that the Gurukul system was standing as the backbone of the stability of the Hindu civilization, and the Macaulay education system was imposed on India after this revelation. In totality, during this Hindu Holocaust, we saw 13,000 universities across Bharat and 200,000 Gurukuls were destroyed in Bengal and Bihar alone. And with the systematic destruction of Hindu universities and Gurukuls goes also more than 80s of Hinduism's indigenous knowledge. And this is a quotation, an absolutely terrifying quotation from Thomas Macaulay, made on the 12th of October in 1836. This is from the British records of their imposition and their rule over India. Here, Macaulay is saying, our English schools are flourishing wonderfully. The effect of education on the Hindus is prodigious, and no Hindu who has received an English education ever continues to be sincerely attached to his religion. And I understand the strategy here. They want to disassociate Hindus from Hinduism itself. And he says the Hindu religion is so extravagantly absurd that it is impossible to teach a boy astronomy, geography, natural history without completely destroying the hold which that religion has on his mind. It is my firm belief that if our plans of education are followed up, there will not be a single idolater among the respectable classes in Bengal 30 years hence. And this will be effected without any efforts to proselytize, without the smallest interference with religious liberty, merely by the natural operation of knowledge and re-edification. I heartily rejoice in this prospect. So once again, this is a extremely abusive quotation by Thomas Macaulay on the strategy to entirely destroy Gurukuls. And we have seen the numbers of how many Gurukuls universities were destroyed. And now let us understand, in contrast, how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been reviving Kailasa's Nityananda Gurukul, the grand revival of Hinduism's Gurukul and universities. On the 2nd of October 2006 was the official inauguration of Nityananda Gurukul in Adi Kailasha in Bidadi, India. And we are here seeing the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism with the first batch of Gurukul students. And in 2008, students of Nityananda Gurukul here are practicing yoga and meditation under the sacred banyan tree. This is in Adi Kailasa also. We can see all the students of Gurukul who are doing the regular practice. 50% of Gurukul Balasants, who are the child saints. Balasant means child saint in Sanskrit. And they study 1 to 3 years ahead of their age group, scoring in the top 20% of the Mensa at age 14. So this is 50% of the Gurukul kids, of the Gurukul Balasants who are initiated right now. And Gurukul Balasants are learning standard academics along with indigenous Hindu scriptures. The next slide, yes. Gurukul Balasants also are practicing here the Shivastamba Yoga under the guidance of trained Shivastamba Yoga Acharyas. And Gurukul Balasants are demonstrating the ability to perform Kundalini Raju, even blindfolded. So this is from the 20th of May, 2018. And also the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism here is personally teaching the science of Dhanur Vidya, the lost science of Vedic archery. % of Gurukul Balasants are demonstrating the capacity to spontaneously play instruments without formal training. And Gurukul Balasants live in the Agama Shastra based lifestyle as well. So as you can see here, doing puja every single day, yoga every single day, and following the ritualistic lifestyle is all a part of the Agama Shastra based lifestyle. Here we have Balasants of the Nityananda Gurukul who demonstrate the ability to read blindfolded, which is a very astonishing feat. And Gurukul Balasants participate in Vakyartha Sadas as well. Vakyartha Sadas meaning the Hindu think tank on Hinduism, think tank. And also Balasants here are a part of the Nityananda Raja Gurukul addressing Kailashian delegates in Tiruvannamalai, India. Balasants of Nityananda Raja Gurukul, after successfully hosting the worldwide webinar on the highlights and science of the Nityananda Gurukul. And here we have the impact of Gurukul presented in a graph. And then we see the effects of whole brain learning, stress-free living, and zero-teen violence or aggression, and quantum memory activation, recalling verbatim after a single hearing called Ekasantigrahi is in the Vedic age. So this is actually a very profound power, the power of Ekasantigraha, which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself demonstrated as early as 3 years old, as was shared by his biological mother. And We also have the revival of Kailasa's Nityananda Hindu University, the world's largest Hindu university established around the globe, with 450 plus campuses in 150 plus countries, available to the public from 2003 and onwards. Yes, and also Kailasa's Nityananda Hindu University, reviving and presenting the world's most ancient lost knowledge in a user-friendly way. Ancient truths taught in a way directly applicable for the modern man's personal, practical, and professional life. Kailasa's Nityananda Hindu University, 12 million enrollments and counting, 7,000 plus courses which are available, and delegates teaching from 80 plus countries directly contributing to NHU. Yes.
Long rituals are not useless or unnecessary as a modern brainwashed Hindu thinks. Long rituals are the most powerful method, science, kriya, to awaken all the life energies. See, totally we have 21 life energies. I will describe all the 21 like a fundamental principal forces of life, like gravity, how all these are fundamental forces, principal forces externally. Internally, there are 21 life energies. Ability to visualize, ability to make decision. All these 21 is given to you, but you use them accidentally. That is why your life is full of accidents. Your marriage is accident, wealth is accident, life is accident, money is accident. Very less is planned, much is accident. And I tell you, I have seen people become thieves by not knowing the power of their life energy. I tell you, thief is the cheapest way to exist. I tell you. Because you do not know you own trillions. That is why you steal millions. If you know you own trillions, why will you steal? Listen, asteya, non-stealing, comes to a person who mastered his life energy. Each of my Gurukul kid is a $1 trillion economy. I tell you, each of my Gurukul kid, the powers they can manifest. Understand, Gurukul is not a joke. It is a powerful science. Especially, see, normally, one child plus one child is a two child. But in the Gurukul ecosystem, one child plus one child is 11. 1, 1. Not 1 plus 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. If there are 3 child, it is not 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. No. It is 1, 1, 1. 111. The energy multiplication. Because the ecosystem, understand, that is why Gurukul has to be with the ecosystem. I have always seen, whenever I download a power on one child, when the group sits, I can share that power on the whole group. Because when team of kids or balasans or sannyasis or brahmacharis, when they sit as one team, it is very easy for me to just like a lightning pour the energy on them. Understand? The Sankhya of life energy is different. The multi-dimensional logic of life energy is different. People cannot understand this Sankhya. The multiple life energies, awakening them to its peak and manifesting them is all about life.
Yes. So despite the relentless attacks against the life, character, and image of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, he goes on sincerely contributing everything he has for the world. And from the field of nutrition to education, from protection of religious freedom to the revival of indigenous traditions, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has sincerely contributed in every facet. This has not gone unnoticed by the world's dignitaries, leaders, and multi-faith diaspora. In fact, the revelations to the world by Devi PARASHAKTI from the 12th of May 2021, Devi PARASHAKTI says, I came as Nijavatara. I am blessing you. Listen, people, listen. To do good to all of you. I have taken the form of Nityananda and came down as Nijavatara. People of India, listen carefully. Time after time,